Welcome everyone to a Ladder Legends cast. This is from our recent Scarecraft tournament. I am joined by Hyper Turtle. So hello, Hyper Turtle.
Glad to be here. It is always a pleasure, especially when we get to cast the amazing Gerald, who keeps trying to throw me off by calling himself Gerald.
I always heard it was Geralt. We'll find out. Not today though, because he's spawning in the bottom left and in the top right. Who do we have, Hyper?
We have our red Terran player. He is Nicoract.
Well, he's representing the birds, the platinum heroes. Wait a second. Is that a wait? That's a diamond. There's a diamond. Why is the platinum holding a diamond? I've never questioned a clan symbol more than just now.
They actually do have a diamond division within them, so I can vouch for that. I've done a little bit of work with Platinum Heroes myself. They're a very friendly community, but very European based, so their time zones don't necessarily match up with mine all the time.
Well, we're gonna have a talk with our marketing team because that should be a bird holding a bird, in my opinion. But we got a little bit of scout going on here. Scout gonna come on in, and he's gonna get double teamed by some SCVs. Probably not gonna appreciate it. Meanwhile, the SCV on the other side of the map is gonna see the Nexus spawning.
Yeah, they are making as sure as they can that there isn't a pylon block going down.
Mm, yeah.
And away we go. The main is completely walled off. We got a Reaper on the way to check out what's up after the SCV leaves.
Let's see what Geralt's up to. Geralt is just doing business as usual. He is a stalker man. I can appreciate this. Some Protosses do adept openings. He does a stalker opening.
Yeah, he is very manageable with those. I can say that from experience in some 2v2 things that we did.
Yeah. Okay, so he is a Twilight person. Good to see. Always question
I'm
whether we're going to
expecting.
get a Twilight or a Stargate, and he has answered that for me.
If I know Gerald, he's going to have Blink on the way as soon as humanly possible, or as soon as Protosly possible. We've got some cat and mouse games going between the Stalker and the Reaper.
Uh, Reaper hanging out in the middle here. Stalker went back to the upper ramp. We do have the factory that's about to finish here. Sentry on the way. So it looks like he is going to follow the current meta of overcharge hallucination scouts. Reaper
And Nickcraft
waiting to
making
see.
sure that there's a bunker ready at home as well.
Yep. He's got a marine in there. He's got a damaged worker, so Union Rights will be contacting him post haste. But other than that,
Does his healthcare cover repairs, or is that too many minerals?
I think it is to be taken up with the Union. I think.
I will let that go.
Well, Reaper is getting chased off by the Stalker. Gonna meet up with the Hellion. And
Alright,
just,
going for some nice mobility here, but not expecting to do a lot of damage.
this is just going to. Oh, the Reaper goes down. That was a very
That
nice force field.
not only the Reaper, but the hallucinated Phoenix. That hallucination had a family, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's
And
see.
how does this fit into the meta right now? I know that hyperspeed rotors are getting a little
Uh,
bit cheaper now.
yeah, a little bit cheaper, a little bit faster. I've seen some players doing one or two banshees and just popping them between the bases. I recently saw a video by Uthermal where he went like four banshees and they did a lot. But we'll see. The really fast blink builds seem to, as long as Geralt can manage keeping track of these banshees, the blink typically will counter them a bit. But he's gonna get
You
aggressive
can't
here.
target what you can't see, so that's the trick there. That Hellion.
Oh, the Hellion's gone. Sieging
But
up
he
a
knows what's
tank.
coming.
Yeah, sieging up a tank by the natural. Banshee's hanging out in the dead space, probably waiting for its partner in crime. Doesn't want to go too early, especially since Geralt is not aware that this is a Banshee opening.
He does have an observer that's just about to pop out, though. Meanwhile, Nicorette, look at those high ground Marines, just making sure that any stalkers that try to blink in have someone there to show them the door.
Nope. But this observer is actually not going to be going across the map. It is going to be going just north of the main base to this potential fifth, sixth base, depending on how he does it.
Right, and we have the stalkers moving away as quickly as their blinking can carry them.
Yeah, looks like Nicoract might actually be going for a bit of an aggression here. I don't know how I feel about this.
Banshees taking a little bit of damage before they even cloak.
Yep, we're gonna make sure we select
They don't
these
actually
guys.
have cloak.
Nope, they don't have cloak. They went for hyperspeed.
Alrighty.
And this is the
Well, I
strength
mean,
of the upgrade. They're so fast they can
yeah,
just get in and get out.
that's not a shabby amount of worker kills they got there.
We
We
have an
got the
attack.
Marines and the siege tanks.
Yeah, here we go.
And those Marines don't have any upgrades right now. Sacrifice to get this early aggression in.
Nope.
Shield battery doing a lot of good there, but he's being forced to warp even more in.
Now this is certainly a trade that happened. Unfortunately, all we did was shave off some of the Marines, so the counterattack by Gerald is going to come across the map, but he doesn't actually need to push the issue. As soon as he sees there's no third, I don't think he's going to commit into that natural. No.
Right. And check out the worker count. Even though he lost 10 workers to those Banshees, he is ahead in workers, so he did not miss a beat.
He's ahead in workers and he's mining off a third, so this is it's gonna get a little rough for Nicoract here. Oh, Stimpack nearly sniped.
Again.
He almost got Stimpack, but
Yep. Well, he recalls, and majority of those stalkers will escape yet again. Stalkers are very slippery little fellows, even without recall.
and now we got Storm on the way, and some high tempo were just warped in. Weirdly, 7 Marauders, 13 Marines to not a whole lot on Geralt's side of the map. If he did go right now, there is a window where he could do a massive amount of damage with some really decent micro. But I do think he's going to be ready for it because he did have that observer. Nicoract is not going for it. He got concerned with the charge run by.
Yeah, he is making his way back, but he's going to have to...
Yeah, he's gone back and forth, back and forth. He's turned around a few times, so he will not hit that window.
And look at, by the time the Widow Mines arrive there, well, he's already cleaned up whatever he can. Now, big thing, Sonic Storm has completed, and this is that newer, longer lasting storm. The flavor does not fade.
And I do not think there's much of a window here, but the army size is still comparable. It's just going to be managing that storm as the Terran is going to be quite difficult. Needs to be very careful. Multi-prong is happening though, but there's a Templar at each location, and he does get the storm off. Yeah. Army's coming in.
Storm out, but they were able to back away very quickly, and here come the Widow Mines.
Very good hits. Can he retarget? He did not retarget. He could have gotten some Templar just then, but it was still a good connection.
Right. Nicoract does not have an armory, so...
Unfortunately for Nicoract, he was focusing so much on that main engagement, which, proper to him, that was the important fight to be controlling. But he could have also came in to get that base while that fight was happening. So, missed opportunity in the run by. Warp Prism is shooed away. Nearly got that depot.
Look at them, yeah, racing to repair. Anything he doesn't have to make again. This time, the infantry are ready.
2 Vikings are on the way.
Lower left.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
We are getting to a drop from Nicoract, although
eventually
a little bit distracted.
There we go.
Actually, I think he's just timing things out so that drop happens at the same time as the push on the third.
We're going to get a bunch of workers here. This is going to be very good. Meanwhile, the main army seems to be backing away from the pylon there in the center. We're just going to leave these guys back here for a bit. This is very scary, actually. Oh, he needs to be very careful of this storm.
That's the advantage of those choke points, especially with the larger and longer lasting storms.
Yeah. Be pretty decent if he could come in and cancel this 5th base. Gotta be very careful. There are Stormy Boys in that War Prism. Double drop. Gonna sneak off to the 4th base. Or 3rd. Can't remember which one this was.
Right.
It's been a while.
Nicoract has been able to get so many worker kills, but this time there are quite a few charge lots, not to mention some feedbacks.
Well, feedback is going to be actually really big news. Big storm. Decent storm. We're probably going to get another decent storm here. Oh my god, that was a big storm.
I would say that is decent.
The
medevacs are still alive, but their cargo has long died.
And still trading not terribly with the Widow Mines there on the chase. However, the double drop did get completely cleaned up. But we got Vikings here, so this will deal with the War Prism, but not before that storm lands.
Stalker's trying to chase them down.
Boys are pulled, but you're pulling into a Archon. This is going to be not the prettiest fight.
Well, we did get some nice EMPs there. Dimming in. And again, blinking and backing off. This is one of Gerald's specialties, just continuing to get in his opponent's face. But he does lose a Warp Prism that ended up queued over there.
Unfortunate. Nicoract is starting his planetary on the 4th base, but honestly, with as many workers as he's just lost right now, I would have almost preferred that was an orbital. Just lift it if it gets attacked. But he's down quite a bit of aces, and the eco is going to be
with a very
violent.
Significant worker lead.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a 2-2. It's just recently started for Gerald, so he's been behind a bit on starting those upgrades, but so has Nicoract. They've been battling.
Right, they're neck and neck as far as the 1-1s go, but I can think of one race that has Chrono and another that doesn't, so we'll see how that turns out.
Both medevacs went down.
There. And even recalling a bunch of those zealots, not all of them survive, but those that do will have glorious tales to tell their brethren.
Yeah, we got a War Prism coming out and another one in production. So this one is going up into the main. There is no turrets on the side of the base, so it will more likely than not. But he does have this factory just floating here to spot for this. Does he have Vikings?
Oh, that's a great use of a structure that you're not producing anything out of.
Unfortunately, he doesn't have any Vikings. 2 are about to pop, but
yeah, look at him. Straight off, even getting those Marines and Marauders back where they belong, ready to intercept. From Gerald's side, he's got plenty of money to work with here.
He's gonna push. He's gonna push. He's gonna push into a planetary, which
Stalkers and Zealots aplenty here, with an Immortal just following behind. Let's see what he can do to take this out. That is a lot of Zealots.
And that storm, that means he's gonna get the base. And all he has to do is back up. You can see it, Nicoract wants to chase, but the storm drop is preventing a massive chase. We got a multi-prong set up here on the south side, too.
Even a few Zealots left behind to attack the SCVs. They immediately try to rebuild the base. EMP is going down, and more Zealot run-bys.
Zealots left in the mineral line. Another group of Zealots trying to kill the new base. They're going to get the cancel.
They got the cancel. There are currently over 30 Zealots running wild in the map right now.
Oh no, he's gonna go back into the base. He actually pulled back. I wonder why. Oh, it doesn't matter. He's losing so much bio.
Once Gerald gets into an expansion, he does not leave. He just keeps more guys swinging by, and as soon as they get chased away, he shifts some into the other, and we have the GG!
Spawning in the bottom right. He's up 1. It is Gerald.
And his opponent. In the upper left, the red Terran from Platinum Heroes, Nicoract. I just want to sleep. I feel him there actually. I Cannon rushed me 3 times, and I'm tilted. You can go to bed. I
Mhm.
want.
This is
Yep.
this is great to
These
see.
guys have a nice repartee going.
You know what? I have to agree with Nicoract. Protoss is the strongest race in PvP.
Yep. I have never. I don't. I can't remember the last time that I saw a PvP match where Protoss didn't get
Mm.
so dumb. I hate losing. This guy. Oh man. Between one guy who hates losing and another guy who needs some sleep, I'm feeling these guys. These
Yep.
guys are speaking to me as a gamer. Oh, Christiane are getting a shout out along
No.
with matchbacks. Is Shameless one of the players?
Shameless was one of the many great players that was in the tournament. He did make it into the finals. Actually, it was a very,
Ah, they're
very.
talking about battles now past, huh?
Mm. Oh.
The few, the great, the proud.
So for
Legends
those who don't know, in Scarecraft we had a third place match to see who got third, and this is actually that series, Gerald versus Nicoract. So these both
That's
these
right.
guys are playing for third place. This was about, I want to say, midnight to around 1 a.m. their time, or at least Gerald's time. I don't know where Nicoract is from.
Harold's Polish, right?
Um, I don't know.
All right. Well, those of you with Wikipedia access, it is your turn to laugh at us if we're wrong.
Drop it in the comments if you know where he's from, and if you don't know where he's from, drop it in the comments.
That's right.
Reaper gets away with its life after throwing a grenade.
But yeah. Also, for those of you who did not believe that there would be a third place match, this is our evidence to the contrary.
Yeah. If you like third
Very
place
similar to
matches,
last time.
yeah, if you like third place matches, drop it in the comments. All right, Twilight
Sure. Right.
Council is finishing, and blink, blink, and then blink. He's trying to deny that Reaper access again.
Yeah, and we're seeing almost identical builds to the match we just casted, actually.
Mm. Actually, he's gonna go a couple more gates before he even starts anything at his Twilight.
Uh, he hates losing, I hate being wrong, but I will concede. He
There's
is
the
still
blink.
definitely going for his favorite kind of Blake build, though. Meanwhile, Nicoract getting the Widow Mine out right away after that Hellion.
Yeah, the Phoenix is gonna come in and see the Widow Mine.
Yeah, the Widow Mine choosing to reveal itself rather than waste that shot.
This map can be quite treacherous because Protoss is usually going to have at least one worker on these watchtowers, but that also means the likelihood of a proxy gate somewhere at some point in the game increases dramatically. But
Yep,
he's actually going to get that worker cleaned up. So, chances reduced to normal.
not bad. Where does the Hellion usually figure in with the TVP early on? Is it just anti-adapt or
It
anti-scouting?
depends on how many Reaper Hellion they make, but usually it is a potential to kill probes, and then later on it just becomes a search for any potential proxy tech.
Right. Very mobile as far as scouting goes, along with his good buddy, Mr. Reaper.
We had the Widowmine drop coming in, but he immediately turns around. There was 4 stalkers waiting for him. Reaper Hellion gonna come in, see the third base is down,
Just
and
kind of reaching and reaching, just trying to get. Oh! They have Blink.
they have blink, but the
Boost
medevac
manages to save the
survives.
medevac.
Oh.
Does just keep it out there,
Blink stalker's
leaving
actually
him
moving
under
across the
pressure.
map. This is dangerous. Maybe he assumes a one stalker could catch his medevac, but if the medevac goes in at the right angle, he's gonna be able to avoid the first shot and get at least one mine out. Stalker's gonna check for a third. They don't see a third. Are we gonna? Oh, he immediately blinks. He thought
Yep,
he thought it
that
at the
pretty won't
same
help.
time I thought it.
As they say, blink and you miss, blink and you don't miss.
And the Reaper goes down. Auto
Start
turret
the standoff.
expires. 3 workers dead. That was a good turret.
Alright. And that tempo archive is almost complete right now. Charge over halfway done. And we are getting into our Gateway Explosion segment of the game.
Are we
Those
going
stalkers managing to get some kills right away. He's probably going to have to blink away, but he knows what's coming now.
That he does. The attack is coming across the map. Medivacs will catch up. And he's actually going to potentially... Oh, there's a half damaged stalker. Storm was never started, so it's going to be an Archon. There's actually potential for this to do something. Medivacs are almost here. There we go. He's going to back off for now. Going to go for the drop into the main. Pylon will spot. Instant response out of Gerald. See if this does anything.
Medevac's going to work on healing now too. He is just making sure that nothing is caught and wasted.
Did leave a Marine on the forward third. But of course, Gerald.
But not for very long.
Oh.
F's in the chat for the Marine at the third.
Got another push out coming out of Nicoract's base, so you might look to do a double prong. He's going to drop in behind the minerals.
He likes to hover those medevacs there.
He's actually going to get a really good trade. I don't think... Oh my goodness. He does have to save the medevac, but I think he could have stuck around maybe a little bit longer. I don't know.
Well,
he's going to dive in the net.
He's moving up front, and you better believe that he's also...
Whoa. Okay. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We had a bit of a cut there.
But here we are again, just like these players. Nothing is going to dissuade us.
Fun fact, guys. Yes, you can somehow lag in an offline replay.
Well, I mean, we are sharing. Also, it is Blizzard, I'm afraid. But here we go.
Alright. We got the drop still waiting to do something in the bottom side of the map. He may just boost back in as soon as he sees the Templar Archon over here at the third base.
Alright, here we go. Mines burrowing. We have the first storm going down. Nicoract very quick to back away. Puts down an EMP on the Templar. But
he does need to deal with these zealots, yeah. I can respect his wish to not want to mess with those Templar, but can we potentially...
I'm surprised he hasn't taken the opportunity to try that drop again.
Yeah, he didn't know for certain how far away the stalkers potentially were. And they were just sitting at the front of his main. But we potentially could have just gone down to the natural or something while that's happening. But he's going to cancel the fifth base.
Just like that.
The fourth is up, which is a little rough for Nicoract. But Nicoract, he's not done. He's going to set up a multi-prong to the side. He just sniped a zealot. We're going to go.
And both of these players very active on the map.
This could be a really... I think he's gonna join together. I almost wonder if he maybe could have done a triple prong there with the drop in the two other bio squads, but he's gonna try and leverage his power. Double drop does come in to pull units towards the main. Storm is gonna clear up that drop. Oh, but this dive got the armor.
Only a couple workers.
Needs to be careful of the storm that is coming in. Oh, he got both.
There are enemies coming from every side right now. Here comes the stem.
Alright,
and the boost.
We did get out. We did get looks like a small bio drop here. Got cleaned up by storm. I think Gerald's hunting this drop, but I think he's just gonna miss it. Oh, they might run into each other, which would be very awkward.
just one stalker able to get a couple shots in.
Charge run by coming in on the
What's your
left side.
And a Raven just dropping the occasional turret, making sure to just do a bit of damage here, a little bit of damage there. That was 5 probes that went down to it.
Well, here we
I
go.
think
There's damage
Range
happening on
Runner
both
and
sides.
Ghost.
There's a bunch of zealots going down over here. Bio drop gets cleaned up. Bio defends the base. Down 9 SCVs. The Raven waiting for its opportunity.
Both these players just constantly looking for a chance to divide their opponent's attention.
Do get a couple of probe kills here.
Once again, however, Gerald consistently ahead in the worker count.
Forced to cancel on that building CC, so very nice. The storm, decent. And he's going to walk into his own storm.
Yeah, Nicoract not in a position where he can afford to lose a lot
He
of
is
workers.
completely surrounded right now. Protoss everywhere he looks.
Right, every sort of Protoss coming in.
I think we will see the second GG by Nicoract.
Right after 21 workers dead. GG.
Spawning in the top right. Up to, it is Gerald.
Honestly, he's happy. But his opponent, in the meanwhile, we have the Terran player, Nicoract. Both of them counting their blessings that the fact they ended up in third means they don't have to do a full-on best of 7.
Well, so there's something interesting with what Geralt is just said. It is very true. It would have not just been one best of 7 against, I believe Christiana at this point was guaranteed to get in. It would have been 2 because Christiana had a very unique token for completing one of the bounties of the tournament. He basically had the power to reset any series if he was going to lose it. So, if Geralt had taken him and basically defeated him in a best of 7, he would have had to do it all again.
Deleting this game, you know, some of us have done that, but it never stays deleted for long.
Oh.
Too many storms. Alright.
We got the classic balance discussion happening here in the third place for Scarecraft.
To the Blizzard RTS teams, I hope you are watching. Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like some games. I know from a lot of players who have been in tournaments. Some games get to a certain point where there's a bit of a stalemate. It goes on to the point. Okay, I know if I charge my opponent, I'm going to lose this. But at the same time, if I charge my opponent, I get to go to bed. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Geralt is thinking about bed as he types all the Z's that he's thinking about.
Goodbye, Gerald, in the treetop. There we go.
Yeah, the proxy was effectively denied. So, Geralt...
And with that, his opportunity to end this game early.
Yes, he did not... I think from that proxy location, it was probably going to be a Stargate. But... could have also been a very interesting DT proxy if he would go down that route.
Well, it's one of those things that we will never know. As the game moves on accordingly, Starport has gone down. Twilight Council over a third of the way done.
Got our third Reaper just finishing. It's going to force the recall on the Stalker.
I was just going to say, that token opportunity you mentioned reminds me a lot of a recall. Just to the max.
It is that, you know what? That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it the token recall in the future. If I ever use it again in a tournament. 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion. 2 Hellions look like they are pretending like they're gonna dive the natural. The
Here we go.
upper ground boys did run into a stalker that slowed them down.
Well, but they did take it out at least. They'll be able to get maybe a little bit of damage, at the very least, forcing workers to stop mining for a little while.
Can we get how many pros? I think it's gonna be at 4. Looks like, yeah.
Yeah,
He could go
4
back
so
in
far,
for
I
another
think.
one, but he'd lose both Reapers. I don't know how
Or
committed
they
he
could
is to
swing
this.
through the natural on their way, but they are waiting for that,
Oh,
for
that
those
shield
drugs
better.
to kick in.
Oh.
And I think these Reapers are done for. We did get up to 5 though, so those
5 Reapers
get
and the worker count is nearly equalized. Mules are gonna pull Nicoract just a bit ahead in that, so favorable for him. The proxy does go down, and it's gonna be a gateway. Looks like Geralt wants to try and
we
end
have a
this.
Banshee. I am very curious if what upgrade, if any, that Banshee is going to be receiving. Got a bunker and a siege tank ready to go.
He might not give it an upgrade, expecting Geralt to try and really counter any Banshee play, as he did in the original game.
And yet another pylon. Oh, he canceled it though. Is that going to be a little bit of misdirection there?
Could be, but if Nicoract were to see a second attempt at a proxy pylon, he might already be thinking it's definitely a thing. And as I thought, he does not get any upgrades for the Banshee. He's keeping them as base level. And, ooh, we're going to go off this direction. There is a potential he actually scouts the proxy.
A very good potential, and that is one of the advantages of the Banshee, even if you're not using it to fight. Well, they're not too shabby at touring around the map.
He does spot the pylon just on the edge of his Banshee's vision, though I don't know if he actually noticed it.
Well, I mean, it is going to stay on the map through the fog of war. And here are a lot of stalkers.
That was a very interesting.
Banshees are going to last long, considering they do have blink.
He could have gone both, but he blinked back rather than blinking on. That's a new one for me.
Well, blinking forward or blinking back, I think the important thing is he did blink. Alright, charge.
Another probe.
2/3 of the way done. And we have our infantry upgrades gradually moving along too. And again, Storm Tech on behalf of Gerald, just the kind of thing that Nicoract was saying that he doesn't really enjoy experiencing.
That's probably why he did it.
Well, yes, I mean, you tell your opponent you don't like something, it is going to cross their mind to do it, even if they hadn't planned for originally. But I'd expect that Storm was part of the package to begin with. Gerald has done very well for himself with all of his gateway play.
We got the energy recharge on the Templar, but Storm is still a bit ways off, so he'll probably have 2 or 3 storms by the time that Templar ever sees action.
And more gateways getting upgraded into warp gates.
Greg needs to be very cautious right now, because he looks like he's getting ready for a push out, and the proxy gate is being utilized for the charge lots right now, and there are multiple lanes of people missing each other going on right now.
Yeah, Nicoract going right in between both sets of Gerald's offense.
You know,
so we might have a bit of a base trade here. We might see a recall.
Could be a bit of a base trade, but this actually is probably the best this has looked for him so far in the series, because Geralt's going to come back and... Oh, don't go up that ramp.
Templar going down, only damaging a bunch of the units.
Oh, he's going to go up in that one ramp. He's only got one Templar. He's going to get surrounded a bit here. The storm.
Dangerous work trying to make his way into the high ground. So far, we have a lot of red and yellow Marines and Marauders.
Yeah, yes, we do.
Gerald warping more in, but that's still a lot of DPS, even though they can't take a lot individually. and we have the probes being pulled, going down one after another. 20 of them dead just so far.
Uh,
He cleans it up, but at what cost?
so Nicoract went for the hot pickups there, but he missed. The medevacs were just out of range, maybe by a hex. This medevac is going to fly home and tell everyone about the successful mission. Not going to
Hey
mention
dudes,
anything
pretty
else.
much did it all by myself.
Nothing else happened, boys. Don't worry. Uh, this
And it
counterattack is
is mine
not going to do
time.
much. There's a Dream Templar, and he's probably going to get a half decent storm. Yep, half decent, literally. But this is not going to be enough. We're going to see a GG.
Oh, GG, Nicorette takes one.
Spawning in the top left of game 4, it is a man who is. Oh, let me switch these. He's up 2, but he just lost the last one. It is Gerald.
And his opponent, putting one on the scoreboard, it is Nicorette.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. How do I do the thing? Best of.
Don't ask me, I just work here.
Alright. So,
Alright.
by the way, when this was happening in the tournament, I looked. I was trying to keep track of everyone's matches, and I believe Game 4 happened during the end of Game 2 of. I do believe it was Christiana versus Shameless.
That was the championship, huh?
That was the finals.
Right, two different worlds.
And they both started at the same time, by the way.
Alright, so I guess Gerald and Nicorette got their wishes. They were having faster games. I mean, just last one, Gerald was mentioning that he's kind of glad that he wasn't playing one or possibly multiple best of sevens.
No. Neither one of them feeling particularly talkative right now.
Yeah, that is a little bit of a change from the last couple matches. I think, with Nicorette managing to take things a little bit closer, they're following things a little bit more seriously, and Nicorette has to keep an eye on exactly how Gerald chooses to deal with this. SCV is being swapped out. This one volunteering to take a little bit of the pain himself, and he heads back as well.
And just so everyone knows, the third place match is not just a vanity match. There is actually a prize connected to whoever wins the third place match. I believe it was £15 connected to this match, which might not be a whole lot, but it's better than nothing.
It's more than $15, actually. I know
It
that
is.
from some of the purchases I've made through Ladder Legends.
It is. Are we gonna get the probe? No, we're not. We're gonna leave immediately. The
Yeah,
Reaper
not a
didn't
bad
have
idea.
his visa, so he left. And the probe does not see the natural. Oh boy. We have.
He's gonna have to try
okay.
to figure out what's going on based by what little he can see if he moves up to the top of the ramp.
Yep. Double gas mine drop getting prepped up here by Nicoract.
Not a bad thing to go with. Nicorette momentarily supply blocked, but only momentarily.
Yep.
And once again, Twilight Council leading the way for Gerald.
Fast as the blink this time. We're going to get at least one more gateway before it. Reaper's going to come in and force the probes to run towards the shield battery. Nice little bit of mining denial.
Right. The battery, if it can't cover all your workers, just move the others to where they can benefit from it. And the Marines chasing hallucinations.
Did
But I
not
think,
scout the Widow Mine, so that is going to be a good thing. So we're going to get the Marine Mine drop headed on out. He's not going to see it. But he does have a shield battery in the mineral line, so this could be stopped fairly quick. Pylon to further
pylon drop,
delay.
but not for long.
Yeah, that further delayed it. And he might actually
Well,
go for the
I mean, he
nat.
was already steering it that way anyway, but here we go with the drop. We're going to see what it can do.
Oh yeah, that shield battery
Widow
is
Mine,
denying
yep,
all
pop it
form
out,
of damage.
going back in so it doesn't waste its shot.
He's gonna trigger it on the. Oh, he
It
got
goes
the
down
mine.
without ever having fired its missile.
Oh,
Still, there's room for a little bit of damage here. Hallucination, chasing down that medevac. Those blasts don't actually do any damage, but it hurts him emotionally.
yeah, we got a little bit of a parade rally out here, but he's gonna
Look at
catch the
those
medevac.
Buggers. Oh, one very heavily damaged stalker, but it will survive.
I
And now we have
I don't know about this
Lightning
push.
Siege Tank.
I
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. I think Nicoract is done playing the game.
Yeah, just kind of throwing his arms up, seeing if this can be it. But that's a lot of stalkers coming from multiple angles here. That siege tank does not last long. And without that, holding things down, the Vikings and Marines are soon going to follow.
Pulls back the army and
The
decides
amazing
he's
thing after that
gonna
is
camp it out.
supplies still pretty close right now.
The only thing he can really do from here is try to get an eventual. I was gonna say to get an eventual third base saturated and then camp, but he's doubling down on production. So looks like he's gonna go for one more big attack. Stim just now starts.
Right. Meanwhile, Forge and Templar archives are being warped in for Gerald. He does manage, I believe, to get all those stalkers out before they took any permanent damage.
Viking is here,
Stim is on
gonna
the way.
try and get some probe kills, but it's just gonna die to the stalkers.
Oh,
Yeah, he gets one.
yeah. I mean, they can't take that away from him.
Nope.
But yeah, we are seeing a lot of noble warriors heading to Valhalla today.
Stalker just making sure that no drops are coming out from either end of Nicoract's base.
Yeah, throughout these matches, they've both been pretty good at making sure they've got something stationed there to intercept the drops, or even just scouting.
Yeah, unfortunately, the longer this one goes, the better of a position Gerald is going to be, which barracks 4 and 5 are about to be finished now.
Right. When Nicoract does move out, he's going to have to make it count. His opponent is on third bases, has a 13 worker lead.
Storm is 3/4 of the way done. So when the Templar are on the field, and they already are, they're already gaining energy. We're going to get the move out now, as Stimpack is now done, but he's going to have to slowly break out of his own base here from the...
Right. And he's only just now having a couple medevacs that are going to be joining them. He's been investing a little bit more in Vikings up to this point, after the initial drop anyway. And those stalkers really just making sure that they know where the army is.
He does priest him. It would be actually quite nice if he went to the healing shrine.
Ooh, yeah, it is so easy to forget. I think I only had my first match recently where it kind of occurred to me to take advantage of that with a bunch of Ultralists and Corruptors that just kept falling back to there.
Well, here we
Nicoract.
go, and
Nope.
he does see that Templar, and immediately both of them swayed back up from each other. But we're gonna have a slow push, and it would actually be really nice if he broke down these rocks to prevent a three-way prong. Oh, but he's gonna fight away from the tanks. This could be very dangerous. He wants to jump on those Templars so bad, but there's so much storm.
Very much so. Also fighting away from the medevacs as well. Those Marines and Marauders getting weaker and weaker.
He's gonna go forward.
There should be another storm ready in just a... Yep. Here... Protoss everywhere. And just like that, GG. Gerald takes game 3.
4.
well, he takes his third win.
which is going to be what he needs to secure his victory in the series. Both players playing strong. Both players also probably very tired at this point, especially Gerald. Nicoract, you
And
fought with
Gerald,
your heart on your shoulder. You did well, and we hope to see you again in the next big tournament. But for now, this is all that we got.
absolutely.
Any parting words, Hyper?
Just congratulations to our good friend Gerald for taking the bronze. Good luck to him going forward over in Philadelphia, and we will see you next time.